Hey installers, okay, we're just going to do a quick video on the AC cable sizing here. Now this is actually quite important for the hybrids. So I'm going to show you a kind of scenario to try and explain how to size the AC supply cable on this. So here's a normal standardized system. You get the PV panels, battery, backup loads and some non-essential loads there. So supposing it's night time, okay, so we've got no PV input, and supposing they've had a lot of power on, it's the winter, and they've completely discharged the battery down to zero. So now we're basically running from the grid, okay? So the normal loads are being supplied from the grid, and the backup loads are also being supplied from the grid. So the current for those is coming up that grid cable. Now in the case of a 5 kilowatt hybrid, which we'll have a look at as an example, the backup output can sustain 6 kilowatts, so it is possible that the end user has loaded up, you know, just plugged lots and lots of things in and fully loaded up that backup port. Now if they see that there's maybe a storm coming and they decide, oh, we've got a flat battery, let's charge the battery in case there's a power outage, and they switch on the forced charging, that is also going to be supplied from the grid. So let's have a look at the data sheet, see what it says. Okay, so we'll look at the SH5RS, and if you look here, battery data, max charge discharge power is 6.6 kilowatts from the grid. And if you look at the backup data on grid mode, the maximum output for the backup is up to 6 kilowatts. Now there is a figure here, maximum AC power from grid, 12 kilowatts. So if we do that, let's have a look at my calculator here and I'll work out how many amps that is. Now I'm going to do it at 230 volts. So 12 kilowatts divided by 230 is 52 amps. So it is possible 52 amps is flowing up that AC cable. Now there are things you can do to reduce that. However, it's up to you if you want to do it, but bear in mind, if you, like for example, in the settings, you can actually reduce this maximum input right down. You could reduce it right down to 5 kilowatts if you wanted. However, that's going to start limiting the battery charging and the backup loads, etc, etc. The other problem is somebody may come along afterwards and change it back up to 12 kilowatts. And of course, if the cable melts and your name is on the certificate of compliance, you're going to get the blame. So just bear that in mind, please, and size the cable appropriately. That is Sungrow's advice.